The reason I'm corporate America's greatest asset is because I have just as much energy in the office at 7:45 p.m. as I did walking in the office this morning around 7:30 a.m. The reason I'm making this video for you here today talking about how you can exploit corporate America for everything it has to offer you is because most people talk about corporate America in the context of golden handcuffs or rat race and everyone wants to escape. And I think it's important to have those thoughts of financial freedom and trying to get ahead and providing for yourself, your future, your friends and family. But I also think it's important to take a moment to be grateful and really acknowledge, how does corporate America benefit us in our own life, personally and professionally? I have no agenda here today, not trying to sell you anything in this video, no specific script. I just wanted to talk about some of the key areas that corporate America has really helped me tremendously in my own life, and I imagine hopefully hits home for you as well, specifically as we think about having a purpose, getting ahead financially, really feeling more confident in one's ability to contribute to society, also learning the skills, gathering the resources so that you can then set yourself up later in life and say, hey, maybe we'll start a business one day, but we need the network, we need capital, we need to have connections. And that's what corporate America provides us. So subscribe to the channel now if you haven't already, because it allows me to continue to make videos like this one. The first reason why corporate America has benefited me and how I'm exploiting it, and when I say exploit it, I don't mean it in a negative connotation. I mean, hey, if we're gonna spend all of our time working for a corporation, it needs to be a mutually beneficial relationship. We are exchanging value in our time for money. So we need to be providing solutions and we need to be forward thinking. And my company has provided me with a sense of deep purpose through my work. I feel better about myself personally when I am doing a good job. I'm a salesperson working in tech, specifically software sales, been at the same company for about 4.5 years. And it's all I've ever known. And people talk about the grass is greener on the other side, but I love what I do. I love the company I work for, and I love the feeling I have when I know I've done a good job. When I leave the office saying, you know what, I was all in on my success today. I did whatever it took to be successful. I'm a true savage. I'll pick up the phone. I don't care if I get rejected because I'm willing to do whatever it takes to be successful. And when you get to that place of pure certainty in what you're doing and aspirationally what you're going after, hey, we're ambitious, we want to be successful, we want to make a lot of money. Having that purpose, I think, keeps the excitement of we're still on the hunt for something. So when I get out of bed in the morning, I'm truthfully thinking, you know what, I'm going to go set some meetings today. We're going to go make things happen. And that gets me excited. It gets me fired up to go attack the world head on, because it's not easy out here, believe me. The next reason in way corporate America has benefited me and how I'm especially exploiting it is financially. I've moved every year of my life for the last, I think, 8-9 years straight. So I'm very agile. I'm adapting to circumstances. I live in an apartment where I pay $2,700 in rent. I've lived in apartments where I pay like $600 in rent. So I've been on the spectrum of really trash places where I lived, and now I live in a really nice place. Every year I've worked in corporate America, my life has gotten better financially. My salary has increased from $50,000 a year right out of school to now over $200,000 a year, literally 4.5 years later. Right out of college, I'm making more money than I ever thought I would make at this age in my mid-20s. And as you think about financially, it provides a unique incentive because it allows you to start investing your money. And I was having this thought today. I said, you know what? My expenses monthly are $5,000. If I could 10x the amount of expenses I pay and figure out how to get that much money in passive income, if I could figure out how to get $50,000 a month in passive income, that sure would be nice. Okay, how am I gonna do that? I need money. And the only way you can get true money earlier in your career, unless you start a business, which is incredibly risky. So for those of you doing that, much respect to you. But starting out in corporate America, especially sales, you learn a valuable skill that's transferable and will always be in demand in the marketplace. And you also get paid a lot of money to learn. So why not go work for a proven company that does $1 billion a year in revenue, that has proven training programs, proven systems, and will teach you how to sell while also making a lot of money in the first place. And the company is happy to pay you this money, because if they're paying you $200,000 a year, but you're creating $800,000 a year in economic value through selling net new revenue and hitting your quota, that is a mutually advantageous relationship. And that is a great thing about corporate America. The next way you should exploit corporate America is by building a network. A lot of people talk about wanting to start businesses, and eventually I'll start a business one day. But right now, in order for me to put myself in the best position to have a successful probability of a great outcome, is to have a strong network. You are who you know. So if you put yourself in an environment where you're constantly surrounded by other killers and you're sitting next to him, there's a guy that sits 10 feet in front of me that closed like 3x the amount of revenue I closed last year. I'm sitting by this guy, I'm listening to what he's saying, and I'm watching how he moves around, how he interacts with people. Okay, he's got a big jug of water next to his desk. I'm gonna have a big jug of water next to his desk. Okay, he doesn't eat the food that they just give him. He brings his own food, quinoa. Okay, what is there to that? How can I start to structure my life in a way? Because your professional life is ultimately a reflection of your personal life. So if you're taking care of yourself, and you'll notice this in all the most successful people, they are fit, they're healthy, they're sharp in the mind, they're friendly, they always got a smile on, and they're in a reasonably good mood. And when you start to observe that in these successful people, you say, you know what, I want them to like me. How can I add value to them? I want to build up my network. And I was doing this exercise this week, and I made a list. Who are the most competent, successful people I know? And I made a list of 25 people, and I'm building on this list because eventually when I'm in a position to maybe go take a higher up role down the line of my career, or maybe continue advancing at the current company I'm at, or maybe start a company, you need a strong and successful network. And that's part of the reason why corporate America is so great, is because it's this melting pot of talent of all these great people in one place. And the final way you should really exploit corporate America is by learning and acquiring a transferable skill set that makes you more valuable in the marketplace. By learning how to sell software, if I were to lose my job for one reason or another, I would be able to get hired at another company because I have a proven track record and a skill set that other companies also recognize is important. So if you're learning how to hairdress, for example, or you're learning how to sell software, or you're learning how to do yoga, how valuable is that skill set in the marketplace? And if you get in corporate America in a fast-growing tech company that's growing, that's serving us a lot of customers, that's making a lot of impact, and you learn under that umbrella, you are a lucrative candidate in the market to go get hired at another high-paying position, or even go start your own thing and be able to transfer that skill set and say, hey, I worked at a billion-dollar revenue plus company. This is how they structure their different sales regions and departments and verticalization by industry. Okay, there must be something to that because they have infinite resources, and if that's how they do it, and it works, probably a good way for you to do it as well. So in conclusion, as you think about corporate America, I view it as a positive thing. I'm grateful every day for my job, my company, the opportunity, the people around me, and what I get to do on a day-to-day basis. And I think corporate America is such a positive thing and has created so much prosperity economically, and also business is a vehicle for change in society. So I enjoy being in corporate America for now, and I'm abundantly grateful for the sense of mission and purpose that it gives me, because I feel good when I'm successful. The sense of financial prosperity it's given me, the sense of network and connection with other like-minded, successful, motivated people, and then of course the skill set that's allowed me to then build this YouTube channel to speak with you guys, because me in and of myself isn't that interesting, but when I'm able to talk about tech sales and help people get hired in tech sales, help people be more successful in tech sales based on my successes, but also my failures and my firsthand up and down experiences day to day, it brings me a lot of joy, and it allows me to add more value to people at scale, while also hopefully entertaining them to an extent. Keep in mind, guys, it's about 8 p.m. We're starting to ramble on words a bit, so we're going to wrap up the video here. There was absolutely no script here today. Let me know down below what aspect of corporate America you like the most and you're the most grateful for, because I love that sense of positivity about, hey, corporate America is a positive thing, and let's acknowledge it for that. Subscribe to the channel now if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you in the next video.